What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my channel Money Moves with Kay. I'm Kay, and today we're going to talk about 5 real estate auction websites that no one talks about. If that's something that you're interested in, please stay tuned for the video. Before I get into the video, I kind of want to discuss and roll out my new mastermind group. If you are interested in real estate but kind of need to know where to start and you want some mentorship, coaching on real estate, live Q&As and all of the above, and also you want to join a community of go-getters like yourself, go ahead and click the link below and go ahead and sign up for us to send you various emails on the group and how to get started, all right? Before I get started, I kind of want you to know some things about these particular websites that I'm about to outline. One thing is that you should always do your due diligence. Number 2, none of these particular websites offer financing. It's typically for the folks who have the cash on hand and are ready to purchase if they are the winning bidder. I also want you to make sure that you go in person to look at these properties. I can't tell you how many times I've looked at a property and thought that I would do so many things with the property. However, it's far away. So make sure that you actually physically go to these properties and not buy blindly, okay? Also, these properties are sold without a warranty. So they're sold as is, which means that that's another reason why you should go in person to see these properties if you decide to bid on them, okay? Lastly, if you really decide that you want to move forward with a property, I highly suggest that you may even go as far as getting a title search for these properties so that you know what you're getting yourself into, okay? So you don't want to get a property and then it has tons and tons of taxes attached to that property, which we call in real estate encumbrances, okay? So an encumbrance is basically anything that is attached to the asset. In this particular case, the asset is the home. So an encumbrance can be a mortgage, tax liens, property assessments, etc. So if you purchase a property or you're the winning bidder of a property that was $2,000, let's say a parcel of land for $2,000, however, there is a tax lien associated with that property or an encumbrance that is worth $15,000. Well, if you're the highest bidder and you bid on that property for $2,000, you not only have to pay the $2,000 to one of these particular websites, but you also will be responsible for that particular tax, which in my example is $15,000. So you really don't want that to come back to bite you in the butt. Make sure that you do your due diligence. So that is my disclaimer for this video. So let's get into the countdown. And number 5 is the treasury.gov. Treasury.gov lists properties from the Department of Treasury Internal Revenue Services. And this basically is properties that were seized by the IRS for folks not paying their taxes. A pro to this website is that they list their encumbrances, but of course you still do your due diligence. They also have a mail-in bid option as well. Depending on your location that you're bidding on, you may be able to mail in your bid. And lastly, for a pro, in my opinion, which was a pro, is that they don't have any buyer premiums. A lot of these websites that I will list have buyer premiums, but this particular website doesn't. So one of the major drawbacks or cons to this website is that owners or heirs or anyone with a interest in the property has 180 days of a redemption period to actually redeem the property. So let's say you bid on the property, you won the bid, and you pay your money. Okay, so let's say it was $2,000, you pay the money. The owner has 180 days pretty much to come back and say, nah, I want the property back. Now, with that, they have to pay what you pay for the property plus an interest fee of 20%. If after 180 days, no one redeems the property, you win the property and you can successfully move on accordingly how you want it or how you wish to move on with the property, and you will be issued a quitclaim deed. If this video has given you any type of value, go ahead and like, comment, and share the video. It allows this video to get out to more people so that they can also learn and we can all be lifetime learners, all right? Without further ado, let's get back to the video. The next website I would mention is govdeals.com. I've actually mentioned this website in the past in one of my other videos that I'll link below, in which I purchased a parcel of land, an acre of land for $4,000. And I kind of discussed in that video what we're going to do with the land. But I didn't necessarily purchase from GovDeals. I purchased directly from the county. However, I did want to mention my story with this because it was still a surplus property. So GovDeals housed a lot of real estate land actual dwellings, multi-units. I've seen everything on this particular website. Schools, I've seen a school on this website. So they have a ton of different types of real estate on this particular website, and it's really, really awesome. Another pro to the website is that you can ask questions publicly and also see other people's questions publicly, and also see the response from the person conducting the sale on the site. So it's very helpful and beneficial to kind of get a feel for the property and to ask your questions. On to the cons. So with govdeals.com, just like a lot of these other sites that I will mention later, they do have a buyer's premium. And also they may have some bid minimum. So they will have a minimum in which they start the bid out. You kind of have to go from there bidding up. So if you're really trying to find a really cheap property, they're on there as well. But just know that most of them do have a bid minimum that you have to meet, or threshold you have to meet in order to even start to bid on the property. The third website I'm gonna give to you may sound like the first website. However, it is a different sector of the same website. It's treasury.gov. However, we're talking about the U.S. Department of Treasury seized real estate public auctions. That's a mouthful. But these particular properties were seized by the government because, well, let's just say the owners were involved in illegal activities. So the government swooped in and seized the properties, and now they're up for auction. Some pros to this website is that they have a variety of real estate. I've seen a boat slip, sublease, mansions, multi-units, condos, you name it, it's there. Also, they have a variety of locations in which these properties are. I've seen properties as far as Puerto Rico. So all over the country, these are properties that are accessible to you. Some other pros to this site is that there are designated open houses so you can do your inspection. Also, there are no buyer premiums, no reserves, and you can either mail in your bid or have someone else bid on your behalf. As long as that person has a temporary power of attorney, they can bid on your behalf. So I think that's pretty cool as well for this particular site. Some cons to the website is just like all the other websites, the properties are sold as is. And also these particular properties tend to be on the more expensive side. So if you don't have $400,000, $500,000, $100,000 cash to spend on a property, this website may not be for you. The second website on the list is publicsurplus.com. This particular website is very similar to govdeals.com in that they house a lot of surplus properties from counties all over the country. So once you go on the website, it's very straightforward, and that's a part of my pro for this particular website. Very straightforward, and it's easy to navigate. This particular website has properties from various states, different styles and types of properties, like I mentioned earlier with a lot of these websites. And also you can ask some questions once you register, okay? Speaking of registration is fairly easy to sign up and get started. A con to this website is that there is a buyer's premium, typically of 8%. And also there may be a redemption period, depending on the state that you are bidding on the property for. There may be a redemption period in which the original owner and heirs and those folks that I talked about who may have interest in the property may redeem the property. So keep that in mind when you're bidding on publicsurplus.com. The last website is gsaauctions.gov. GSA stands for General Services Administration, and these particular properties were once used for federal government mission. Some pros to this website is that there's no reserve price, and also they have various types of real estate. In fact, I've seen lighthouses on this website, commercial buildings, vacant land, it's all here. So this is a great website to have some of those alternative real estate options. One major con to this website is that a registration deposit is typically needed prior to you bidding on the property. If in the event that you are not the highest bidder, you will receive that registration deposit back. That's the end of my video. Thank you so much for sticking around to this point of the video. Until next time, you guys stay blessed. Peace.